Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing good this evening. I hope everything is going well. Now in today's video, we're going to talk about a really important topic, soil pH. If you're a beginning gardener, maybe somebody that's wanting to start a garden next year, please watch this video. Soil pH is really important. Now this is the perfect time to talk about the pH, because you really want to look at it in the fall and make any amendments now, because it doesn't change overnight. Okay, so we're going to go over why it's so important. We're going to go over how to correct it if it's wrong and how to know if it's wrong. So before I say anything else, if you don't watch any of the rest of the video, anything like that, you have to understand, if your pH is not right, your plant will not be able to uptake nutrients and minerals like it should. Okay, that's why it is so important. I made a video on stop a nutrient deficiency, and I did a soil test in my garden, and I was lacking in everything and my pH was off. So I've already decided where I'm going to put my potatoes for next year. So I did another pH test on that, and I've got the results of that. I'll show you right here. Now for potatoes, that's a high pH. That looks like between a 7 and an 8 if you look at the little card there. So a potato wants to actually be around a 6.5. So let's explain what that means, okay? pH is just a scale to determine if your soil is alkaline or if it's acidic. Okay, 7 would be neutral. Anything below 7 and it's acidic. Anything above that and it's alkaline. Now, second key takeaway that's really important. Most things that you're going to plant in your garden like a slightly acidic soil. Okay? So it's not like each particular spot you have to have a different pH. If you're just slightly acidic, slightly below 7, you're fine. Third key takeaway, there's a range there. It doesn't have to be dead on. Let's take a tomato. A tomato, and if you look online, you'll see different things, but generally between a 6 and a 7, a 6.2 to a 6.8. So there's a range there. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So like I say, mine is, I think it's close to an 8, so I want to lower that, okay? Now, I don't even know what this has, how this helps, but I'm going to tell you. pH stands for potential of hydrogen. Now, I did a lot of research for this video, and it gets really deep. So, like I say, gardening-wise, guys, you just have to understand what you're planting and what you want your soil pH to be. So the first step you got to take, do a soil test. Now you can have your soil taken somewhere and get a really, really good test. I just bought one of those at a garden store, and so far all the results have been consistent. Maybe it's not the most accurate, but it has been really consistent, so I kind of trust it. So if you're your key takeaway 4, if you need to change your soil, like what I'm going to do with my potatoes here, guys, you have to understand, once you put it in the soil, it's really hard to get it back out of the soil. So do your soil test and then see. Now, to make something maybe a little complicated really easy, if your soil is too alkaline, like mine is, I would use a garden sulfur, elemental sulfur, something like that that's going to lower the pH. Now, it's going to take months for that to work. Now, if my soil was too acidic, let's say it was a 6 and I want to plant asparagus. Asparagus likes it, say 7, maybe a little above. Then I'm going to use lime. So it takes a little bit of research what you're wanting to plant. But again, here's takeaway number 5, I think it is. If you're using organic compost, organic materials, that will balance your soil out, okay? So if it's like, I'm not going to say it'll change it and make it more acidic, but it will bring it down around that 7, okay? And again, it's going to take a little bit. This isn't an overnight process. So in the next video I'm going to make, I'm actually going to show you what I'm going to do, because my soil was so deficient in nitrogen and everything else. I'm going to show you how I'm going to try to correct that, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to correct the pH, because I want to get it down maybe to that 6.5 or so. So guys, I'm sorry about the wind. It's been like this for a couple days, and it's not going to be any better for a couple days, and I really want to make this next video this weekend, so I do apologize for that. But guys, pH is really important. It's worthwhile to do a little studying up on it and see. And like I say, you really want to start now, even though you know, it's cold, getting cold here, and you know, my garden's over for the year. We still got gardening to do. We still got things out here to get ready for next year. It is never too early to get started on your garden for next year. So hey, you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Hey, see ya.